Right, so Gwion, how you settling in firstly? Been here, what, is it a week or so now?
Yeah, a week, and had a couple of days training before Christmas. Settled in really well. Good bunch of lads, and obviously the staff as well, and just happy to be here.
How good was it to get on the pitch for the Swansea game in the Cup?
Yeah, it was nice to be back playing. It's been a while with obviously the injury off the back end of last season, and for it to be Swansea as well. Obviously, I come through at Swansea, and being a Welsh lad as well, it was nice to get down there and get on the pitch. And obviously, I had my family and friends there watching, and it was nice to be back out there.
Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? A nice sort of coincidence, really.
Yeah, it was a strange one really when obviously I signed and then got told the first game's Swansea in the FA Cup. So it was a nice long way down there, long trip. But we went down. I think the lads done well, and obviously the quality of Swansea is expected as they're in the Championship, and they've got some really good players. But I think we held our own at certain parts of the game. Yeah,
it was a good solid performance, wasn't it? Certainly first half, keeping them goalless until just after half time.
I think we had good shape. We were quite compact in the first half. I think if you're going to be picky, maybe we could have maybe given a little bit too much respect, and we could have maybe got into them a little bit, and maybe we had phases where we could have kept the ball a little bit more. But I think second half we tried to get after them a bit. But I think really the goals were maybe our own mistakes rather than them creating a lot of chances. I think if we'd cut them out, and I think we might have held it 0-0 for longer, and who knows, it's anyone's game. But I think if you look at the overall performance, I think the lads done well.
So positives to take into a very tough game at the weekend against Mansfield, who are flying, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we can take a lot of positives from the game, and obviously we can take stuff that we did in the game into the game on Saturday, and obviously add other stuff that we've been working on. Then there's a lot of positives, and hopefully we can come out Saturday with a win.
I know you've not been here, but the last few games have been a couple of games which have been draws, which really should have been wins. I'm thinking of Bradford and Harrogate, obviously, as I say, before you arrived, but it shows the value of 3 points, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. I think it's massive, especially in this league. I think if you're going away from home, you've got to make sure you come out of it at least a point, and then you've got to win your home games. So I think obviously we can cut out the little mistakes, and that I feel like obviously I've seen a few of the games and been tracking it. I think obviously conceding late on in the second half, we can cut them out, and I think if we can string a couple of results together, then we can push back up the table. I think in this league, I think anyone can beat anyone, and if you can get that run of games, you're quickly back in the mix again.
Bit of an odd one for you, because you arrived just as a whole bunch of players leave. Nothing personal, I'm sure, but it must have been a bit of a strange week, mustn't it?
Yeah, I think I've been at quite a few clubs now. I think players come and go for whatever reason, and to me now it's just normal. I think every season there's a turnover of players at different clubs, so if we can add a few more now this month to come in and help the lads and push them and drive the standards again, I think it will help us.
Yeah, and an opportunity for you to show what you can do, really.
Yeah, I think being back on the pitch, and obviously I want to try and get the lads and get the team, get them back up the table, and obviously if I'm doing that and my performances are well, then hopefully we can add a few goals to it, and it's going to help me and obviously help the team.
With your experience, does that help as well? Like you say, you've seen a lot of this sort of thing before. Does that help in terms of the rest of the squad and just passing on that experience, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got a couple of senior lads in the team, and obviously got a few young lads, so it's obviously when I was young coming through, you probably had more senior players back then, but you always look for them for advice or to help you, or if it's in the game, to help you through the game or wherever it is. So it's good. It's good looking to obviously help the lads here, and obviously there's other senior players here that I've already seen that they help the other lads out, and even helping each other. I think you've got to try and improve as a player individually, and then help improve other players as well. And I think if we all can do that and keep doing that as a team, then obviously the results will come.
So despite the departures, do you still see a lot of potential here?
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously I wouldn't have signed the contract otherwise, but obviously I think we've lost a couple of players now who are on loan. I think obviously it's obvious, so we need to get maybe a few more in to make more of a squad, and obviously when a player comes in, that up the standards of everyone else. So I think we need players in to come in and play, and obviously it drives everyone else, and it makes everyone else work harder to either keep their place or to push even harder to get a place in the team.
And the league's so tight, I guess a couple of wins and you're back where Morecambe were a few weeks ago, on the edge of the playoff.
Yeah, I think, like I said there, I think if you can string a couple of games together, and obviously your away games, you want to come out of the game with at least a point. We just got to make sure we win our home games, and if we get those results, then we'll slowly be creeping back up that table.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.